We've got the National League Central taking on the East. It'll be the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Miami Marlins in Miami. Coming your way on 2K Sports.
Broadcast. This is the lineup we'll see. for the Brewers. Scouting pick, John, who are we looking at today?
Well, the numbers Ryan Braun puts up year in and year out tells you that he's probably in his mid-30s. Instead, he's still in the...
Schaefer into the batter's box. Last night, a loss for the Brewers. Struggles continue. Swept so far in this series, looking to salvage at least one against the Marlins.
This is a very important game for this club as they are trailing back in the division.
He's been on quite a roll, going 16 for his last 40. It was near the end of May when everything started to click for him. He went on this run, and he has just been locked in ever since then and really seeing the ball very well. Thinking about going from gap to gap.
Davis again fouling it off. His team's leader in RBIs and great production. 2 down. Runners at first and second. Swing, hot shot. My, off the pitcher. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. So a good inning from you. And if you are just coming on board, Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips, John Kruk, as we bring you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. Boy, he needs to get this out here. You do not want to give up that big hit to the opposing pitcher, especially with that. Oh, and they're going to try for the double steal. Oh, and they get that one on the out. Couldn't get the double part of it. Now let's take a look at a breakdown of how this guy has been mixing up his pitches so far in this one. What stands out? Swings, hits this one in the air down the right field line. And it's in there. Miami will score here. And that's 2 runs in. And he'll stop at second base. That'll be a 2-run double. On this win expectancy graph, we can see just how much damage that double has done.
A good piece of hitting and great piece of base running right there, Gary. I wasn't sure he was going to make it, but now he's on second.
That's a great asset right there to be able to exploit opportunities offensively, and that's what he's done.
And credit the base coach for knowing where the players were positioned on the field to allow him to get in there.
It's going to be Taylor. He flew out his last time up. Taps this one foul off to the left. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. This one towards Braun. And that's going to do it in this half inning. The 22 pitches. And Weeks stands in. One for 2 in the ball game. Decision will be the new pitcher as they make the pitching swap.
There's going to be some tired arms in that bullpen tomorrow, putting an awful lot of pressure on tomorrow's starter because they're going to burn through this pen today.
Last time up, flew out. At the belt, Gallardo kicks and throws. Starts him off swinging at his shoe tops for a strike.
Well, that's just textbook pitching right there. Exactly where you want to put the breaking ball. Either keep it down at the knees or even bounce it in the dirt if you have to get the hitter to swing over top of it. That's what he did there. Great pitch.
He takes off for third. Pops him up and way up there. And that sets down Davis. That's one away. Fisher up now.
Well, Gallardo's been solid so far in this one. This is what we've come to expect from this guy.
One of the effective ways to attack a lineup, mix up your location. Here's an interesting breakdown on what this pitcher's been doing.
His command and control have been solid. Not perfect, but the great pitching coaches will all agree that when you can mix locations along with pitch types, that you have the greatest chance of success.
Oh, he's going to try to steal third. Fastball got him 2 down. And he throws it wide.
You've got to have better plate discipline than that. With 2 strikes, you need to be defensive and try to make contact. But when you get a fastball, you need to read whether it's a strike or not.
Grimmage in the box now. 0 for 2 thus far. And the first pitch. Swing and a hot shot. And the diving stop. He's up. Throws in time to first. What a play. So Giovanni Gallardo heads to the dugout. And tied up as he becomes the pitcher of right. And Ryan Braun to bat. He'll lead off the 7th inning. Mark Lowe is pitching. He's brought in to take over for the Marlins.
Well, going to the bullpen right here, that's his chess move. Let's see if it's checkmate.
Got looking last time. 2 men on and 2 men out. At the belt, Gallardo kicks and throws. Breaking ball swung on and missed. 0-1. Steve, how about a look at what the pitcher's got done?
You know, when he's throwing the ball down the zone like this, these left hitters have to stay ball to drive it. They don't seem able to do that. They keep swinging and hitting the top part of the ball.
Oh, man, there's the big bender. Struck him outside, retired. Little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up and throwing.
Well, they're going to wait for the right-handed hitter on deck to get.
And we've got LaCroix now. Coming to the plate. He'll try it again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Popped up his last at bat. Here's the pitch. Ball. Davis making contact, but he'll foul that one away. Here's the delivery. He sends this one in the air towards center. That one's gloved. And here are the standings in the Central Division as found on our State Farm standing board. Plenty of time still left in this season. The Reds, first place in the second spot. It's the Cardinals. Pirates in 3rd place. 4th place, the Cubs. In 5th place, it's the Astros. And in last place, the Brewers. And Mayberry batting. He'll grab a bat and hit here. And this at bat already 0-1. First pitch was a strike. Let's take a look at the types of strikes. Boy, that one is stung up the middle. And he's out at first. What an out. And a quick inning. And for those of you catching up with us, hi, I'm Gary Thorne along with John Kruk and Steve Phillips, bringing you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. This looks serious enough, Steve, that he may have to come out of this ball game. That's tough.
Well, with the medical staff going out there, I don't think he's going to be able to return and stay in the game.
This is his first opportunity. In this one. Anthony will grab a bat and hit here.
As the pinch hitter comes into the game now, it officially closes the book on this guy's day.
At the belt, Gallardo kicks and throws. Swung on grounder. This might be it. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
Well, they picked up a big run in the final inning, Gary, and then held the lead, and the visiting team going home happy.
And it's that time in our broadcast where we bestow upon some lucky winner the player of the game on us. Fantastic pitching job. Off the mound today was all about Yvonne. Got real good ball game. Great battle here. And Davis into the batter's box. And he's got a shot here to give his club the lead. Just one swing could do it.
Well, this is what you're waiting for, this kind of opportunity to change the game, and your pitcher then can go out with much more confidence.
This one to Victorino. Didn't have a problem getting over. Runners on the move. The throw. Martin scores. And the upcoming schedule for the Phillies. Tonight, the final game with Miami. They hit the road for what should be a competitive series. The Mariners hosting that one. That'll be a 3-game series. Then there's another stop on the road trip. St. Louis Cardinals will be hosting. So they'll be out and about over a good bit of that upcoming schedule. 0-1. Holiday kicks and delivers. Swing and a shot down the left field line. And it's in there. Miami will score here. And they're able to get 2 runs in. And they will tag him out at second. So they strike for 3 runs on 3 base hits and leave him empty. Leadoff hitter Carlos Ruiz. Philadelphia coming in off a loss in their last affair. That was game 2 of this 3-game set against the Marlins. Here's a check swing, but a called strike, 0-1. Here's the delivery. Swings and hits this one deep down the line and left. That one's caught. And a look at the team batting average leaders brought to you by State Farm. Number 1, the Phillies. The Rockies in second. Third spot, the Pirates. The Cubs fourth. And 5th best, the Reds.
Well, as a team, these guys really swing the bat from top to bottom. They find a way to put it in play and find holes out there. When you do that, you've got a chance to score a lot of runs.
Good eye by Jimmy Rollins. Stays away from that one, and it evens it up. One of the effective ways to attack a lineup, mix up your location. Here's an interesting breakdown on what this pitcher's been doing.
Pretty impressive stuff, the way he's been pounding this strike zone. It's an indication of the performance we're seeing from him. You don't have success without good use of mixing location.
You know, John, I agree. I think that he's kept hitters off balance. Every once in a while, I don't like the pitch selection, but he's executed that pitch even when it was the wrong one.
Here it comes. There's a ground ball. Emus. 2 away.
Now a chance here to see where the Philadelphia Phillies sit in the rankings in the National League. First in batting average, second in batting average with runners in scoring position, and they're number 2 in runs scored. An offense that continues to keep the pressure on the opposition and finds ways to score runs.
Lions batting now. Last time he walked and then came around to score. Slider just misses. 1-0. Steve, let's take a look at what we've got from the pitcher.
How's this righty doing it? Well, he's getting a lot of ground ball outs, and it's because they just cannot seem to stay behind the ball they keep hitting the top of the ball.
Now Martin positions himself. Contact. That one high in the air, but that's going to be foul down the right side. And another foul ball. The pitch. Swing and a soft grounder towards second. Emus throws on to first. Side is retired. Good defensive half inning there. No hits allowed. Marlins still enjoying this lead. Fisher is the batter now. Struck out swinging his last time up. And the first pitch. Smashes that one towards the shortstop. So he's aboard. Base hit. Nobody out.
Well, the National League has some real tough teams, guys. Here where the Miami Marlins sit right now. 4th in home runs, 6th in runs scored, and they find themselves in the top 10 in stolen bases, showing that speed, a major part of their ability to manufacture runs.
Oh, there he goes for second. And he fouls off another one. He's our first batter here in the 5th. Here's the delivery. He swings and drives this one. This one to Victorino. No problem for him as he gets that out. It's going to be Taylor. He's got the most home runs in the division. And here's the first one. Oh, what a drive. He smashed it. And Victorino makes the play. That's the second out of the inning. You can't D against a walk, so look at the pitching staffs who haven't hurt themselves, courtesy of State Farm. The Phillies, number 1. The Marlins, 2nd. 3rd, the D-backs. The Cardinals, 4th. And at number 5 on the list, the Mets.
Well, the philosophy for both these teams is throw strikes. Do not beat yourself. Do not give base on balls. Make the opposition put it in play.
Oh!
The trouble right now is just getting on. Base for him, can't do it. Just 6 for his last.
He homered earlier in the ballgame. 2 men in scoring position, still no one out. Kendrick with a delivery. Swing and a line to left. That'll be a base hit at an RBI. And Davis also scores. So that's going to bring in 2.
But just what his team needed. He continues to swing a great bat. 3 hits from now in this ball game, and he's on with no outs.
Fisher is the batter.
You know, Gary, I think you're losing a little something here. I don't think this guy's nearly as solid defensively as the one he's replacing. So interesting move.
He singled and later scored in his last time up. He's singled his last trip. First pitch on the way. And this one's up the middle. Take a look down there in the bullpen. They've got a lefty up and throwing.
Well, I don't see him coming in just yet. I mean, with a righty in the on-deck circle, I don't think that's the matchup they want.
It's going to be Taylor. Swing, hot shot. And he's on now. That's going to be another hit for them. And he'll come in to score.
You know, sometimes ball placement is important. He hit the ball in the right spot, and he thought to himself, I'm going to, and he thought it coming out of the batter's box.
May have been a little element of surprise there. The fact he took off, Steve, and decided he was going to get 2 right out of the box.
Well, that's why speed is such an important asset. It can help you steal bases, score runs, and this time it helped him take the extra base.
It's Emos at the plate. Now, definitely to say this offense may not be stoppable today. Kent with a delivery. Swing and a line drive. They score the run. He throws, and he's there at second ahead of the play. Well, you talk about making a beeline for the bag, Steve. That's what he does here, and he does it with his head.
Well, it's a good piece of hitting. This guy's a dirt player. He's willing to go in head first and give everything he has, and just beats the throw.
An RBI chance. Russell Martin, he'd like to make contact right here. Well, we've seen this club's offense, and I think we're going to see some more. They're running away with it, Steve. Swung on line to right center field. It falls in there, and Taylor will score. And a second run is in.
You're out.
The second, there's 1. Yeah, we look at these standings in the Eastern Division, brought to you by State Farm. All-Star break, not far off. In first place, it's the Phillies. Marlins in the second spot. In the third spot, it's the Nationals. In fourth place, it's the Braves. And down in last place, the Mets. And Strasburg's in the box. Now, definitely not an overstatement to say this offense may not be stoppable today. Cut on and missed, and it's 0-1. This one's bounced up the middle. In time for the out.
Fast reaction by the pitcher right there. That ball got back on him quickly. He makes the play. Nice job.
McGilberry now digging a hole as he comes to the plate. Kingray will be the pinch hitter.
Well, you can't blame the manager here playing the percentages, bringing in the right-handed hitter against this lefty pitcher. Let's see if it pays off.
And that's going to do it. Victorino's there. They break this thing open, an enormous inning here. The Marlins still up big. Things will start getting a little more difficult as we look to the third man to lead it off. It's Ryan Howard to lead off. And out on the mound, we'll see Josh Lindblom. As the Marlins bring in their reliever, watches a fastball that's in there, 0-1.
Well, it's getting late right now. They're down a bunch, so they need a big inning here. They can't wait till the ninth to try to come all the way back. They need to try to do something now.
Oh, that runs inside. That got him.
You'll take one for the team, but sometimes it's going to leave a mark, and that's definitely going to. The fastball can hurt.
That'll bring up Hunter Pence. He homered back in the fifth. Line shot into center field. And it gets down. A 3-for-4 game. Good hitting job. This a great situation for some offense.
You're talking about a guy who's swinging a pretty hot bat right now. Ball game, and it comes with nobody out in the inning.
And Ruiz settles in. Ball one started off the at-bat. It's 1-0.
If you're going to miss, this is where you want to miss. Throw that breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone. If the hitter swings and puts it in play, it's a ground ball out.
This is popped down the right field line. Should be room. And at first, that one was going to look playable, but nothing doing. It got away. 1-2 pitch coming. Line drive. That's foul towards first. And that's another foul ball. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung out and missed. Struck him out. One away.
Gary, that's a great pitch right there. Great command and control. Hitting his spot down and in. That makes it real tough on the hitter.
Here we have a look at the teams getting on base the most often for the month. Brought to you by State Farm. The Giants, number 1. The Phillies in second. Padres third. Nationals fourth. It's the Astros, number 5. Here we go. Here's the first pitch. And he offers that to Slurve and misses. 0-1. Batting 300. That's 3 for 10 lifetime against Lindblom. He deals. That misses. 1-1. Hit in the dirt. And he scoops it up. That's 1 and 2. Double play. So no runs on 1 hit and nobody left on. And it'll be the Marlins coming right up. Fisher gets a turn here. He'll start us out here in the last inning of regulation. Fouled off. It's an important job leading off that home half here in the ninth. This crowd is restless and ready for that game-winning run. And he takes the ball, 1-0.
Well, a non-save situation right here in the ninth inning. And they just want to get outs right now. Try to get the first out of the inning. Take away hope as the other team needs to score a bunch of runs. You get an out, you could really deflate them.
Smash towards the middle. That looks like a single.
Well, anytime you can get on base with no outs to start an inning, you know that an extra base hit will probably score you. But even if the batter behind you can figure out a way to get on base, now you have the potential for a huge inning.
It's going to be Ward. He flew out his last time up. Here's the pitch. Couldn't pull the trigger in time. He's behind 0-2.
Well, he's in trouble right here, Gary, and he knows it. He knows he gets a little overly aggressive on the 0-2 pitch. Let's see how good a pitch they give him.
Wastes one there, 1-2.
Well, he tried that four-seam fastball up in the zone to get him the chase. Tough pitch to lay off of. Good job by the hitter.
Lined, foul towards third. Ground ball towards second. And he's up with it. One. And Davis will get the double play. How big was that double play? Well, the WPA graph gives us a pretty good idea. That Keystone area can get a little rough, Steve. Nice turn on the double play.
Yeah, just the way they draw it up. Great pivot by the shortstop.
And it's Bastardo batting. He's going to have a shot here. Swung on, hit on the ground. Fisher. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
Gary and John, an overpowering performance by the Miami Marlins today. A big win for them.
Now we got the highlights. We want to show you who we're giving this Player of the Game award to.
Well, you get on one of these hot streaks, Gary, and all you can do is sit back and watch. And it's an incredible show when it's happening. Spraying the ball all over the field. One just happened to leave the ballpark. That's why he's the player of the game.
When you take to the road, Steve, any win will do. But when you get this kind of offense, it's very satisfying.
Well, it also sends a message to your club and to that club that you showed up to play.
This is Gary Thorne with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. Hope you had a great time, as good as we did. Then you're all set. See you next time. And it's Evan Longoria to lead it. Off. Well, the Marlins with the win last night. A good start, winning games 1 and 2 of this 3-game set against Tampa Bay.
Well, this team's been playing pretty well recently. 6-4 in their last 10 games.
And apparently it's time. Obviously a little struggling going on the mound. You look in the pen, they've got 2 up.
Well, let's hope it's not too late. I mean, this guy's out there. He's really scuffling right now. They've got to make the change.
It will be Brad Peacock on the mound. They've decided it was time to make a change here.
Well, this wasn't the type of start the pitcher wanted or the manager wanted or his team wanted. Now they've got to see if the bullpen can do a little bit better.
And he represents the tying run now. At the plate.
Well, that's right. One swing of the bat can tie this thing up. He's got to get a pitch to hit.
Kingery. Will grab a bat and hit here.
Well, this is a big opportunity. You don't know when you're going to load the bases up again. Going to the pinch hitter, trying to come up with that clutch hit.
Hard dive, Zobrist. He's got it. And the throw's in time at first. Mercy, what a play. They get no runs on one hit, and they leave the sacks full. Time to get it. Those of you just coming on board. Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk, bringing you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. Last time up, flew out. No outs, runners at second and third. Here we go. Here's the first pitch. First pitch, curveball, swung out and missed on 1. And this is bounced foul to the left side. Neiman sets, throws. Here's a swing, a fly ball deep down the line and right. Two runners on the move.
And a moment for Michael Morse to really make a statement swinging the bat, guys.
Grounded out his last time up. And he starts him out. Swing and a rocket toward short. And that one to fall in, and the run will score.
Well, you have to give them some credit. They're not quitting. That base knock now makes it just a 2-run game. Let's see if they can keep this rally going.
Davis batting now.
Well, managers face so many different decisions during the course of a game. And as the game goes on and it's close, those decisions become much more critical to success or failure.
It is a difficult task to trying to get back into a ball game at this point, but they're close. Swung on, liner to right. That's going to be a wrap. Final out of the ball game.
Here you have to credit the Rays here.
And now let's get a recap of an outstanding individual. And Steve, that ought to send these folks home happy.
Oh, no question about it. They get the win in a close game, a lot of excitement and enthusiasm, and ready for the next one.